The point is, it doesn't do you any good to accept the things you like from Scripture and call them true if you're going to call God a liar and everything else he said. People have a problem with the idea of a whale swallowing Jonah. But if God said Jonah swallowed a whale, that's what happened. And that's not what he said. I know, I said it backwards. I did it on purpose. If God said it happened, it happened. Now, the neat thing is, a man can never swallow a whale. At least it'll take him a long time, one bite at a time. But there is actually a historical record of a lot of whalers in the 1800s actually getting swallowed by whales. This happened on occasion. It's not pleasant. One guy even stayed alive after 4 days in that thing. So, but all that being said, the skeptics said there's no way that could happen years before the whaling industry really took off. And a lot of people say there's no way a lot of these things can happen. Or that the children of Israel crossed the Red Sea in like an inch of water? Now, again, you got a problem right there because God said it was dry ground. And God knows the difference between dry ground and an inch of water. But what's the second problem with that theory? How do you drown Pharaoh's army in an inch of water? You would think those guys could probably survive on a horse and chariot, right? So trying to work out that the miracles were just smoke and mirrors in the Bible, it just doesn't go well. Because God started the very first book in the Bible by saying, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. If you can accept that, then everything else is easy to believe. If you reject that, you're going to be guilty of rejecting everything that's important in the Bible. So that's why we make a big deal out of creation. You can't say that God just sort of, planted a seed and let it evolve, because that's not what God revealed. You're calling God a liar if you said he did it that way, because he said he spoke everything into existence, and he formed man out of the dust of the ground, not over millions and billions of years.